Welcome back to AI Podcast. Today we're going deep on AI agents and Google's Vertex AI platform.
It's really like something out of sci-fi,
Yeah.
software that can learn and adapt and even interact with us.
Yeah, like think about it, chatbots that answer your questions or
Yeah.
recommendation systems suggesting that next book you might love,
Huh?
or even self-driving cars making their way through traffic.
It's mind-blowing when you start thinking about the potential, really.
Yeah.
We're basically building digital assistants that can just take care of more and more complex tasks.
Right.
And that frees us up to focus on other things.
Absolutely. And that's where Vertex AI comes in, right?
Yeah.
It's this platform from Google that's supposed to make building these AI agents
Right.
way easier than you might think.
Exactly. Vertex AI, it gives you all the tools and infrastructure.
Okay.
From building and training your model to actually deploying it and putting it to work.
Wow.
It's really a one-stop shop for building those AI agents.
So for those of us who might be new to this whole thing,
Okay.
let's break it down a little bit.
Yeah.
What exactly are AI agents?
Okay.
How are they different from, say, just a regular computer program?
So a regular computer program, it follows that set of predefined instructions.
Right.
It does exactly what it's told, no more, no less.
Uh-huh.
But an AI agent, on the other hand, learns from data.
Okay.
It can adapt to new situations,
Got it.
make decisions based on patterns it identifies.
So it's less about, me sitting there programming every little detail.
Exactly.
It's more about providing that AI agent with the right data to learn from.
Precisely. And that is where machine learning comes into play.
Okay.
You're basically feeding the agent a massive amount of data.
Uh-huh.
It uses algorithms to find those relationships and patterns within that data,
Right.
which allows it to make predictions or take actions, even in situations it's never encountered before.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So let's talk about Vertex AI
Okay.
and how it all fits into this.
Yeah.
It's not just for building AI agents, is it?
It's not just for AI agents, no.
Designed for all sorts of machine learning tasks, right?
You're absolutely right. Vertex AI, it's this comprehensive machine learning platform.
Okay.
It covers everything from data preparation and model training to deployment and monitoring.
Wow.
But one of its key strengths is its focus on simplifying the development of AI agents.
So it takes care of a lot of that behind-the-scenes stuff,
Yeah.
making it easier for developers to focus on building the actual agent itself.
That's the idea. It handles a lot of the complexities,
Right.
like infrastructure management, model, optimization deployment.
Okay.
So you can really zero in on designing the agent's behavior and capabilities.
All right, so let's dive into some of the nitty-gritty here.
Okay.
Specific features of Vertex AI
Yes.
that make it such a powerful tool for building these AI agents.
Yeah.
Where should we start?
Well, one of the coolest features
Yeah.
is its library of pre-trained models.
Okay.
Google has already trained these models on huge data sets for common tasks
Yeah.
like natural language processing or image recognition.
So you can kind of leverage Google's expertise and resources
Exactly.
without having to start from scratch every time.
Exactly. So let's say you want to build a chatbot that can understand and respond to customer questions.
Okay.
You could just start with a pre-trained language model from Vertex AI
Okay.
and then fine-tune it with data specific to your business.
That's a huge time saver,
Yeah,
especially if you're not, a machine learning expert.
absolutely. And another game changer
Yeah.
is AutoML,
Okay.
which lets you build custom machine learning models
Uh-huh.
without needing to write a lot of code.
So even if you're not a coding whiz,
Yes,
you can still create some pretty sophisticated AI agents.
that's right. AutoML takes care of a lot of that technical complexity for you.
Wow.
You just feed it your data,
Huh?
and it automatically selects the best algorithms
Huh.
and fine-tunes that model for optimal performance.
That sounds incredible.
Yeah.
But I imagine there are still some steps involved in actually using Vertex AI to build an agent.
Sure.
Can you walk us through like a simplified version of that process?
Of course. Let's take the example of building a product recommendation agent
Okay.
for an e-commerce website.
Perfect. Something I think most of our listeners can relate to.
Yes. So the first step is always to define your use case.
Okay.
What problem are you trying to solve with your AI agent?
Right.
In this case, it's recommending products that customers are likely to be interested in.
Okay. So once you've identified the problem,
Yes.
what's next?
Then comes data preparation.
Okay.
You need to gather data on your users' browsing and purchase history product information, anything else that might be relevant to their preferences.
Right. So you're just feeding that AI agent all the information.
Right.
It needs to make informed recommendations.
Exactly. Once you have your data prepped, you have a couple options for choosing your model.
So this is where you decide on the brains behind your AI agent.
Yes. You could start with one of Vertex AI's pre-trained models for recommendations.
Okay.
Customize it with your specific data. Or if you want even more customization, you could use AutoML to create a model that's specifically tailored to your product catalog and customer behavior.
So Vertex AI offers a lot of flexibility,
Absolutely.
depending on your needs and your expertise.
Absolutely. And once you've chosen your model, Vertex AI makes it really easy to train it using your prepared data.
Okay.
You can either use AutoML for a simplified training process
Uh-huh.
or dive deeper into Vertex AI's more advanced training options if you need more control.
Okay, so the model is trained and ready to go.
Yes.
How do you actually put it to work on your e-commerce site?
That's where deployment comes in. Vertex AI provides a straightforward way to create an endpoint
Okay.
and deploy your model. You can manage this all through the Vertex AI dashboard.
So no need to worry about setting up servers or anything too technical?
Nope, Vertex AI handles all that infrastructure complexity for you.
Wow, this is starting to sound really cool.
Yeah.
I'm starting to see how Vertex AI
Yeah.
is opening up the possibilities of AI to a wider audience.
It's a really exciting time to be involved in this field.
Yeah.
As AI agents become more sophisticated and easier to build,
Right.
we can expect to see them transforming industries and impacting our lives in countless ways.
That's a perfect segue into our next segment.
Okay.
Let's talk about some specific real-world examples of how people are using Vertex AI to build AI agents.
Great idea. Let's dive into that after a quick break.
Sounds good. Welcome back to AI Podcast. We're continuing our deep dive into AI agents and Google's Vertex AI platform.
Yeah, before the break, we were talking about how you can use Vertex AI to build an AI agent for product recommendations. It's a really good example of how AI can personalize that user experience,
Right. Yeah.
make online shopping more efficient.
Yeah.
But let's broaden our horizons a little bit.
Sure.
Vertex AI can be used for a whole variety of tasks, from customer service to healthcare to manufacturing.
I'm really interested in the manufacturing use case.
Yeah.
I've heard about companies using AI for quality control. Can you give us an example of how that might work using Vertex AI?
Absolutely. Imagine you're running a manufacturing plant
Okay.
that produces electronic components,
Okay.
and you want to make sure that every single component meets your quality standards before it ships out.
And traditionally, that would involve human inspectors,
Right.
visually examining each component, which can be time-consuming and prone to error.
Exactly. But with Vertex AI, you can automate this whole process.
Okay.
You could build an AI agent that specializes in image classification.
Okay.
So the agent would be trained on a data set of images
Uh-huh.
of both good and defective components.
So the AI agent would learn to distinguish between a component that meets the quality standards
Yes.
and one that doesn't.
Precisely. And Vertex AI provides the tools to make this process surprisingly straightforward.
Oh.
You could use Vertex AI's AutoML vision to build this image classification model without needing a super deep understanding of computer vision algorithms.
So you're essentially training an AI inspector. That can work much faster and potentially more accurately than a human.
That's right. And once the model is trained,
Yeah.
you can deploy it to an edge device. In this case, that might be a camera
Right.
positioned on the production line.
So as each component moves down the line, the camera captures an image,
Right.
and the AI agent analyzes it in real time, flagging any defective components.
Exactly. This allows for continuous quality control
Wow.
without interrupting the production process at all.
That's really cool.
It's a great example of how AI can improve efficiency and reduce errors in manufacturing.
It's also a great example of how Vertex AI is making these cutting-edge AI technologies accessible to a wider range of businesses.
Right. You don't need a whole team of machine learning experts to get started.
Right.
Vertex AI provides the tools and infrastructure to make building and deploying AI agents much more manageable even for smaller companies.
Let's talk more about that accessibility.
Yep.
What are some of the key features of Vertex AI that make it so easy to use, even for those who aren't AI specialists?
Well, for starters, the Vertex AI dashboard.
Yeah.
It's designed to be very user-friendly.
Okay.
It provides a visual way to manage your data experiments, models, and deployments. You don't need to be a command line expert to navigate the platform.
So it's more like using a web application
Exactly.
than writing complex code.
Exactly. And another huge advantage is that Vertex AI handles all the infrastructure management for you.
Okay.
You don't need to worry about provisioning servers, scaling resources, or dealing with any of the technical complexities
Right.
that often come with deploying machine learning models.
So you can focus on building and refining your AI agent.
Right.
And Vertex AI takes care of all the behind-the-scenes work.
That's the idea. It significantly lowers the barrier to entry for businesses that want to leverage AI, but don't have the resources to build and manage their own infrastructure.
And it's not just the user interface and infrastructure management that make Vertex AI accessible. Right. There are also a lot of resources available to help users get started
Absolutely.
and troubleshoot any problems they might encounter.
Google provides comprehensive documentation, tutorials, and community support for Vertex AI.
Well, that's great.
There are also tons of online resources, blog posts, and videos that walk you through the basics of using the platform.
It sounds like Google is really focused on making Vertex AI as easy to use as possible,
Yeah.
even for those who are new to the world of AI.
They've done a great job of democratizing access to AI,
Yeah.
empowering businesses of all sizes to build and deploy their own AI agents.
And that's something we're incredibly excited about here at AI Podcast.
Yeah.
We believe AI has the potential to transform industries and solve some of the world's biggest challenges. And platforms like Vertex AI are making that potential a reality
Definitely.
by putting these powerful tools in the hands of more people.
I completely agree. It's an incredible time to be working in this field.
Now, we've covered a lot of ground today.
We have.
Discussing the basics of AI agents, exploring the features of Vertex AI,
Yeah.
and looking at real-world examples.
Right.
But before we wrap up, I'd love to circle back to what you said earlier
Okay.
about Vertex AI, building AI agents easy.
Sure. It's important to note that easy is a relative term.
Okay.
Building sophisticated AI agents still requires careful planning, data preparation,
Yeah.
and an understanding of machine learning principles.
So it's not like you can just click a button
Right.
and have a fully functioning AI agent ready to go.
Not quite, but Vertex AI removes a lot of the barriers
Okay.
that previously prevented smaller companies or individuals from getting involved in AI.
Right.
It simplifies the process, streamlines workflows, and provides a wealth of resources to help you along the way.
That's a key takeaway for our listeners.
Yeah.
Vertex AI isn't a magic bullet,
Right.
but it does make building AI agents significantly more accessible and achievable.
Exactly. And
Yeah.
that's a huge step forward in democratizing AI and making its benefits available to a wider audience.
So for our listeners who are feeling inspired and want to start exploring the world of AI agents,
Yeah.
whether it's for their business personal projects or just out of curiosity, what would you recommend as a first step?
I'd say the most important thing is to identify a problem that you're passionate about solving.
Okay.
What's something that you believe AI could help with?
Yeah.
Once you have a clear goal in mind, you can start exploring the resources available on the Vertex AI platform
Okay.
and begin experimenting with building your own AI agent.
Great advice. And remember,
Yeah.
you don't have to be an expert to get started.
No, you don't.
Vertex AI provides the tools and guidance you need to learn and grow along the way.
Exactly. Don't be afraid to experiment, make mistakes, and learn from them.
Right.
That's how you'll ultimately build the skills and knowledge needed to create truly impactful AI agents.
Well, this has been an incredibly insightful deep dive into the world of AI agents and Vertex AI. I'm personally feeling very inspired by all the possibilities we've discussed today.
Me too. It's an exciting field with endless potential.
And we can't wait to see what amazing AI agents our listeners create using Vertex AI.
Yeah.
But for now, we're going to wrap up this episode.
Okay.
Don't forget to tune in on Monday for our next episode.
Yes.
Where we'll be diving into another fascinating topic in the world of AI.
See you next time.
Until then, keep learning, keep exploring, and keep pushing the boundaries of what's possible.